Right, so here we go. Superbloom at ground level. When you come in, they offer you seeds, which is nice of them. And it's free entry now, so you can just wander up and wander in. I mean, it's possible if it was particularly crowded, they might slow you down a bit, but it's certainly not too crowded today. But then, you know, with the Queen's death and everything, I suspect far more people are down in Green Park and Buckingham Palace and everything, laying or looking at flowers, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. But I think it's having a bit of a second wind. I mean, it's not like spectacular as it was, but I think it's, you know, the wetter weather has done it some favours. I have no idea how close I can go with this and it's going to focus. What is the minimum focusing distance, do you think? I really don't know. We should check that out. It's going to feature a lot of flower shots and minimal commentary about what the flowers are, and to not being particularly my field of expertise. Some yes, but most no. And frankly, I've forgotten the names of more flowers than I currently know anyway, probably. But hey, sunflowers, yay! There's a lot of this, I presume it's willow work around everything here. There we go, there's the herb if you want to press pause. There's another one. But yes, no, I think it's definitely had a bit of an improvement since we had the rain. After having, it's like 100 and something other days of either no rain or way below the amount you'd expect, in very small amounts. Actually, the Tower of London, that's looking generally north, so the river's behind us, as you probably noticed. What day is it? It is about 1 AM, so 1 PM. 1 AM would have been less good. There we go. Carry on. I had a new memory card in the camera after I had problems with the previous one. So, I mean, the main reason for doing this originally was just to write a load of stuff to the memory card to try and check that the issues I was having were actually the memory card, previous memory card, which was actually the one provided by GoPro when I bought it. This was a SanDisk Extreme card, I think. And now I've gone to the even more expensive Lexa Silver Series one. I hope it will fix all my problems, plus it's much higher speed, so it should hopefully keep up with future generations. That's a slightly odd looking sunflower, but really, there are some slightly more normal ones look over there, so it may well not be a sunflower, just some relative, or maybe even not a relative at all. Oh, you can just feel the expertise, can't you? Oh dear. It's really tall people, it's hard to hold the camera over their heads and just skip past them. Not that there's anything wrong with tall people, of course, quite the opposite. Oh, there we go. Oh, look, oh, you can see the bee and all the hunt. Oh, well, nectar, I suppose. It's interesting, when I photograph the bees in my garden, they have a really, really pale yellow nectar attached to them, but in various parts of London they're different colours. That one's a sort of more mid-yellow colour, and let's see if I can escape around here. And in some of the London parks it's incredibly bright orange, especially in Kensington Gardens, I find. So if I want to photograph bees, or if you want to photograph bees, I would recommend considering Kensington Gardens. I've put a particularly nice photograph on my Instagram, which I'll try and remember to put a link to. But yeah, the bees are busy. Well, that's a bit orangey. I apologise if the camera doesn't focus that close, it wouldn't surprise me. Like I said earlier, didn't get around to checking it, and it is, as they say, too late now. But they are really as busy as bees, I suppose you might say. Oh dear. Originality in the material is up there with somebody doing Shakespeare for the 215th time. But yeah, no, if you look, it's definitely having a second go. So it's much more impressive than it was, but I think it shuts sometime this month, so there's only a limited opportunity to see it now. But like I said, free, you just walk in. Though it's a bit odd because there's no obvious way down. So you think you walk through the barriers for Superbloom. Actually, that's quite nice looking sunflower. You walk through the barriers for Superbloom, and then you think, where do I go? You don't need to book it online. You don't need to book. You don't need to really do anything except turn up. I mean, there's a bag check, but that's basically it. And then you walk down this sort of through the gates and down this thing, and then it just pops you back out in the outside world again. And you're thinking, now, hang on a sec, I've been through the barriers, so what do I do? And the answer is you pop back out into public, and then you go in the entrance to the tower on the west side. But you can't actually get into the tower that way at the moment, so you can only come down here. Actually, that doesn't look bad, does it? That's probably a limited choice of flower types, but no, this is quite pleasing. So I suspect you don't actually have to go through the Superbloom entrance at all, and you could just appear at the southwest entrance to the tower and just walk in. I'm going to walk all the way around because there's one or two things I want to point out in addition to this. I'm assuming it's willow, but it may well not be. Oh, that's quite a nice view down there. Right. See what the next bit of the text says. Okay, yep, there's definitely music. It isn't copyright. That's not needed as a copyright violation on YouTube. I don't suppose you know what if this is willow or something. Willow? Hey, it's nodding. No, it's not willow. What do you think it is? Okay, well, don't worry about it. Willow, not willow. Watch where my shadow goes now. See this bit? Not doing so well. So, but maybe the sunnier side helps. Oh, they look quite nice in the breeze. And that's going to go down as restful. Well, it will if I shut up. If somebody recognises you, do tell me if these are some type of sunflower or not. Or just young sunflowers. Actually, I should look at the leaves, shouldn't I? Oh, I've got to go and find some sunflowers. Now let's try and navigate the children. Priority seating. It's all priority seating. Yes, I don't think you'll appreciate me if I sit down for 10 minutes at this point. Alright. Let's try and get it so you can't. I'm just trying to avoid all the glare. I don't think I'm doing a good job there. You're not. Hopefully somewhere in all that you can get a freeze frame and read it. Sometimes sort of dead is attractive. There's a much older bit of stuff over there, probably Roman. And that's looking towards Tower Gateway, the tube station, which is sort of straight through there. Please more focus. These like flower varieties. I don't do bee varieties beyond bee and bumblebee.
Yeah, they're pretty. I like the flowers.
There's a whole school trip behind us, so we're going forward only. Sunflowers ahead. Well, there's no actual fencing along here to stop you going there, but nobody's going to walk in there, and I'm certainly not going to. Yeah, I think they're getting close to having had their day, but the sun is over the back, so I can't see them very well. Hopefully when you're a couple of feet over my head you can. I've seen enough of those, but it is a bit samey on... oh, what hit that? I don't know, it's just a particular windy bit there. Is that an oboe? The instrument. Not the flower. I don't know what the flower is. Nice that somebody down here that you could ask questions to, but it's all just security people really. Oh, now this might be informative. Willow. Yes, it does say willow. Result. There's a few more sunflowers there. That staircase over there. Yeah, I know, I'm just getting them. Don't worry. Just catching the sunflowers. I do know that isn't a working entrance or exit. So, I don't think it's ever been, so I don't know why that's sitting there if you could never use it. There we go, the nest. The sun's just gone behind some clouds. Yay! It'll look so much better in sunlight. Fun doing this because it's quite artistic in the way they've sort of merged it all. I can't go too slowly, I'll get swamped in school children. So this is now the east side, as you can possibly spot by the clue of Tower Bridge. I think you go down the bottom here and there's some stairs to get you out, but I may do a U-turn and go back, though without videoing. Hopefully the sun will reappear at some point. It would definitely look better. Oh, there's a lot of sunflowers down there, but you're not quite seeing them yet because I'm skipping around the children. Oh, also the person reversing into me. Sound of enthusiasm from the younger contingent. They're not the school children, they're just they're young people their parents have brought along here. Well, I presume it's their parents. Oh, this bit's a very soft walking surface, much nicer than the other stuff. It's plant stuff. Oh yeah, it's quite nice. Ooh, I don't fall over walking backwards because there's a very limited amount of space. Oh, it's just nice. Let's try and go back and get your money's worth outside the wide angle. so we're going to go a bit round here. There it is. Sorry, I'm just trying to skirt around your children. Thank you. Oh, this is all very pleasant. Just go catch that. Oh, this is nice. I like this. It's very pleasant. Right. Oh, we've had that one again. Some of these things are probably fairly new, the comments about the hot and dry weather. So this is the more ordinary walking surface. And then this one's a sort of wooden one here. I don't know if the intention... Oh, because this one's slightly raised up. But for some reason, I presume. But yeah, it's a zigzag approach. It's nice. They made a nice effort. Ooh, there's probably a fairly nice still photo in there somewhere. I'll back up just in case I'm getting done over by the depth of field. Yeah, right. Oh, sorry, dead things can look good. Oh, that was fun. It was coppery. Well, the whole food for pollinators things was certainly working out, judging by all the bees that were around. But this is, oh, just sort of lots of little copper insects. Don't know. Ooh, hang on, I'm going to have to try and find some way to video this. It's very heavily backlit. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. Oh, that's better. Yeah, there we go. Trying to walk backwards into anyone. To let the camera control the brightness. It's not practical to try and change it myself. And this is the end. That just takes you back out to the path along the river. So there you go. I'm going to call it quits at this before I get buried in people. I hope you enjoyed it. It's only on till not that much longer. I'm not sure exactly how long now, but not so long. So if you want to come for a walk round, it's free. Just come on down. Today's a Monday, by the way. So and you know, be happy.